up, guys? It's your boy Hotshot. So, I've been seeing some videos lately and some posts and about DOT. So I want to talk a little bit about DOT and the troubles with Hotshot and DOT. What makes it so difficult? Why is Hotshot's targeting? You know, just some stuff like that. So the things you have to remember about Hotshot and DOT. DOT has a quota of X amount of inspections per month they have to do to keep their budget, to keep, you know, keep the thing going. Because if they're not inspecting, but yet they're giving them, and I'm just throwing a number, let's say they're giving them $3 million for buildings, payroll, vehicles, everything. There's a $3 million budget. But yet, they're not inspecting nobody. They're not bringing in any revenue. They're going to cut the budget. So, they have, just like us, they have a job to do. Okay? Now, here's where it becomes tricky. Some of them are lazy. That truck in front of me, in order to inspect that truck, they need to crawl underneath. They need to check, this is for level 1 anyway. They need to check the slack adjusters. They need to go over that truck with a fine-tooth comb, which takes a little time. And it takes work. Now, me, if I pull in with that guy, sit right next to that guy, they can do 3 Hotshot level 1 inspections in the time they can do that truck. Here's why. They walk around, brakes, horns, lights, tire tread, looking at the axles, and that's it. Check your securement. There's no real work. They don't have to get on the creeper. They don't have to climb under the truck. They don't have to, you know, they don't have to do all that. And boom, it's an inspection. It's an inspection. Okay, so that's one of the reasons. Another reason is people are out here running cheap freight and do not keep up with their equipment, and they know it. They know it. So, if Hotshots have a stigma for not keeping their equipment up, if let's say 50% of the Hotshots come in and they run a Rolodex of violations, okay, that's revenue for the state. So if 50% of the time that happens, why wouldn't they pull them? Why would they not? That's like us as car haulers and transporters saying, you know what? Every time I run from Ohio to Wisconsin, I make, this is just numbers, I make $2,700 bucks. Well, when I run Delaware to, I don't know, Minnesota, I make $1,500 bucks. It's less money for the longer haul. Okay? So, are you going to run Minnesota? No, you're going to run Wisconsin. As a business, you go where the money's at. Well, that's what DOT is. DOT is a business. Unfortunately, they are a business, and we are the customers. Whether you like it or not. They have a job to do, and, you know, that's it. Now, what a lot of people don't understand is A lot of DOT safety workers are not cops. It is a public safety position in most states. You know, like, you go into the North Carolina scale house, the scale master doesn't have a badge. You go to Pennsylvania or Ohio, you get pulled by the motor carrier. It says right on it, motor carrier transporter, something to that effect. They don't have a badge. They're not cops. They are safety inspectors. Okay? So now, as a safety inspector, as an employee, their wealth of knowledge is only as strong as their willingness to learn, as their willingness to be open-minded, just like with us. So if you're not willing to listen, you're not willing to read the books, you're not willing to learn, they're not going to know. They assume. A lot of them assume. So you, as a truck driver, as a business owner, as a carrier, it is your job to know your regulations. For example, I got pulled in Georgia in my 95 Ford F-350 with a cab marker light out. He went to give me a violation. I said, sir, on my truck, that is not required. He said, on all CMVs, they need cab marker lights. I said, sir, that's not true. Per DOT FMCSA regulations, anything over 80 inches in width needs cab marker lights, not all CMVs. He said, well, can you show me that? I showed it to him. He said, well, I'm impressed. I have to do some more research on that one. I'm going to wipe it off because you showed it to me. Boom. That's a ticket I didn't have to worry about. You know why? Because I know my regulations. I know my book. Now, do I know the book for that truck in front of me? Absolutely not. You know why? Because I don't need to. I know it for this truck. I know what I need to do, what I need to get away with. On this truck, I need cab marker lights. I am over 80 inches. That's the rules. So, it's pertinent to you know the laws. So he's got 4 lights on the back of that truck. And I only know this because it pertains to ours also. 4 lights on the back of that truck. And the 3 tops. So if this right inside and this left inside is out, is that a violation? No, it's not. Because you're required to have 1 on each side. 1 brake, 1 turn signal, 1 running light. Now, those 3 up top, if they're out, is that a violation? Yes. Even though on my trailer right now, they got broken, they're not on there. And I know I could be dinged with a violation. And I've ordered them and they're coming in. I know that. So, if I get hit, it's my fault. It's no surprise. Another thing you hear is, oh, you guys have put all them lights on the truck. If they're on there, they have to work. Negative. That's not the law. That's not the law. The law is you need front, middle, back. You need 3 on each side. And then your backs, of course. Right? Okay? So this is information that you need to know. And there's a lot more you guys need to know to make your life easier. And for example, here's another one. Let me show you. Right there. That's where I sleep. Okay? You see who's sleeping there right now. Okay? Now, I can legally sleep there. Legally, I can sleep there if I log off duty. I do not have a DOT legal sleeper berth. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back at it. Back at you, sorry about that. The mentor called, had to get loaded up, you know, so we're headed out to Milwaukee. Headed to Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's a nice little load out there. Alright, so back to what I was saying is, I cannot legally log off-duty sleeper berth. Or not off-duty sleeper berth, I'm so sorry. I cannot log sleeper berth. Because I don't have the dimensions or the seat belts, the restraints to make it a sleeper berth. Now they sell kits where you can take your door panels out and make it, or I've even seen somewhere, if you get the dimensions right and low enough, you can put it on your passenger seat and make it. But don't ask me how, I don't know, and if you're going to put on here and tell me I'm wrong about that, I'm just going to delete it, because I've heard it is not me saying it's true. If you're interested, research it, just like I do anything. Alright, so I mean, like I said, there's stuff that we need to know. There's stuff that you as a boss in this industry need to know. It's not just drive a truck and boo la di da di da. No, it's not that at all. You know, and I had a driver put out of service because he has a Class A restricted CDL, which means he can drive a pickup truck over 26,000 pounds, but on it, it says no tractor trailer combination, no tractor trailer. Well, New Mexico DOT said because it has a fifth wheel hitch, it's a tractor trailer, which if you look at the book, it's partially right, but it's partially wrong. You know, there's loopholes there and there's gray areas. The book says if it's configured to solely pull a trailer, it's all about the configuration. It's a tractor trailer. And then it also says if it has a fifth wheel receiver, it's a tractor trailer. You know, so there's a gray area there because it has a fifth wheel, but yet it's not solely to pull. You know, so there's gray areas there, and that you have to know to fight. Now, what I do have is I am a member of TVC. It's called Truckers Voice in Court. For $48 a month, it is a great, it's great to have. It's a prepaid legal service. You may never use it, but let me tell you something. When you do, it'll be worth it. You know? So, and there's some other perks that go with them, and I'll explain that later. And these guys, like, these DOT officers, just like me and you, there is no possible way to know that book front, back, left to right, cover to cover. No way to have it all memorized. So, every officer is different in the fact of what they look for, what they look at. Some of them are going to focus on your brakes and your lights. Some of them are going to focus more on your fifth wheel configuration. Some know enough to be dangerous and look at everything. You know, but don't be scared of the DOT. Don't be scared of DOT themselves. But you better be scared of being disrespectful to DOT. And the reason I say that is the DOT officer, just like me and you, puts these boots on, these pants on, this shirt, everything is the same. Okay? Everything's the same. So now, if somebody comes up to you and they're disrespectful, they're cussing, they're yelling, they just have no respect for you, how are you going to react? The DOT is a human being with a job. Do I agree with every single one of them? No, that's not what I'm saying here. There is a blue stripe on my truck. Do I agree with every single police officer? Do I think every single one is good? No. Do I think every single human being is good? No. But I give them all the benefit of the doubt. You get the benefit of the doubt. And if they prove me not wrong, but show me that I need to be concerned that this isn't going to go right, I'm asking for a superior. Asking for a superior. And this camera's rolling 90% of the time. It's not facing them, but as you can see, it's vocal. So, they, you know, just like anybody else, they have bad days. They get aggravated. They get sick and tired of truckers treating them like crap. You know, it's just, oh, you're DOT, you're the scum. No. Oh, but you're a truck driver, you're the scum. You know, we deal with it too. We are the no good truck drivers until it's time for them to go to the store. And they think that stuff just dropped in on a nuke bomb from Rocket Man across the river. You know, it's, wow, that was a pretty truck by Trent Enterprise. The Trent Mafia. You know, so, you being respectful and decent to the DOT officer, it will and can and will pay for itself. I've had problems, but it's always legitimate problems. You know, it's, I did something wrong, I got this wrong with the truck, blah, blah, blah. It's fine. You know, it is what it is. You know, proper conduct fears no exposure. So when they pull you over and you are gung-ho, chest hard, chest puffed out, voice full of bass, and, you know, just like, oh, you just ruined my day. They think you're hiding something. They think you're doing something wrong. You know? That's it. Your demeanor. First impression is everything. When it comes to business, when it comes to meeting your old lady, everything. Comes to meeting the kid's boyfriend or girlfriend, God forbid, I hope that doesn't happen anytime soon. But the point is, first impression is everything. And if you're standoffish, you're standing there puffed up like, if you could, you'd have a pistol in your hand pointing at his head. He's going to be standoffish. You know? Am I a kiss ass? No. But I'm respectful. Yes, sir. No, sir. Don't understand. I'm confused. Can you explain it to me? There's been plenty of guys. I said, can I ask you a question? Absolutely. I've had one guy that was just, he was just old and grumpy and, you know, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So, you know, they're like anybody else, guys. But, stay on your P's and Q's, because as I said, they all don't know everything. Especially with this ELD stuff. They don't know they don't know everything. You know, and now they're trying to go through these GPSs and match them with your logbook. No. This GPS is not required by FMCS. Now, this is my opinion. This is what I would do. I am not telling anybody to do this or say this. But my opinion is, this ELD is required. This thing is required to track me, tell you or them where I am, when I'm off duty, when I'm on duty. I paid for that. There is no reason I should have to give you my GPS for you to compare my logbook. If you want to do that, put me back on paper. But here's the bigger problem. Right now, it's off. I don't use it 90% of the time. When I'm on the highway, I don't use my GPS out like this. I know where I need to go, and I use Google Maps because it's better on traffic. Now, when I get in the heart of Milwaukee, that thing will go on because that's got oversight, or you know, all the roads and all that stuff, like what I shouldn't be on. But you guys just be careful. Careful what you do. Careful what you say. I had a New York officer. And I changed my ELD for this reason. He took my phone to his car for the ELD, but I know he couldn't do anything because it was on a 30-second lock. But when he was back there with it, there was text messages and phone calls, and somebody even FaceTimed me. I'm sure it was on accident. I don't FaceTime when I drive. When he comes back, he's talking about your wife texted you, you had a couple missed ones from the customers, and somebody FaceTimes you. You don't FaceTime when you drive, do you? No. But he was reading my stuff. Now, am I going to sit here and argue and go nuts? What's it going to do? Nothing. Nothing at all. But I think what you guys should do is research New York, the state of New York, and ELD regulations and enforcement. Because New York right now is not supposed to be enforcing ELD regulations. Do look and do your own research and find out why. I may or may not do something on it, but there's a lawsuit, or just put lawsuit between OIDA and New York State DOT, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. So, guys, I just wanted to, you know, go through that with you and talk to you about that. But now, I will say this also. Even if my truck is empty, nothing on the trailer, I don't go through the scales unless I have to. I'm not a scale, you know, I don't enjoy crossing the scales. For the simple fact of, they can take 2 hours of my day for nothing. But, if they need to find something, they will find something. There's no perfect trucks out here. A new truck, old truck, it don't matter. Big truck, little truck, there's something wrong with anything, you know? And just, now I'm not going to go far out of my way, nor am I going to do anything illegal. You know, but like when it comes to Illinois, you got to cross the scale. You get caught jumping or, you know, going around it, they'll give you a ticket and there's a sign that says so. But, alright guys, that's my little spiel for today about the DOT. So, you guys do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. You know what I mean? If you have any questions, let me know. But check us out on Hotshot Dave Facebook groups. And that's it. I appreciate you guys and hope you learned something. We'll see you next time. Hotshot Dave, we're out.